This is a disclaimer. This audio podcast was recorded prior to the events at Eurogamer Expo 2011. Just to clear up any confusion, that is the reason why you were confused with that confusion. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the readygamefire podcast. This is episode 17 and we thank you for listening because, as we all know, the word is half his that speaks and half his that hears it. That's Michel Eugium de Montaigne, but we all knew that.
Frenchman.
That famous quote. Think about it. Think about it. With me today are, you may like this man, you may hate this man, but I imagine most of you are sitting on the fence. It's Stuart Fenn.
Hello.
Hello.
I thought I was anticipating that with that build-up that you may hate, that was going to be about the other guest, not about me.
Well, no. And I imagine most people aren't sitting on the fence. You probably are quite popular. You know, when you show up and when you
I'm here, aren't I?
can take the...
I'm here. I took the train. It was a long train journey. I'm here. What more do you want?
You are here.
Want me to be useful and happy? No.
Who else is here? His first name sounds like some sort of seasoning, but he's actually a gaming powerhouse. It's Kye Connoly.
Hello.
Hello.
Just trying to work that out.
Now, Kye, I don't know, like rye. Not a seasoning,
It's
but
a type of grain.
Delia,
it's not a
Delia goes. It's at this time you add your Kye. So sprinkle the Kye over the curry, over the curry paste. You know.
Quite flavoursome.
Yeah, 2 pinches of Kye.
Bit brackish.
Fuck. It's 2 pinches of Kye.
Don't pinch me, man.
Get a big handful of Kye.
Okay, I'm not.
Two rough handfuls. Throw them
God,
in.
sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does.
Kye, you were a little bit late today, weren't you?
Yeah, look, sorry.
Why were you late?
I fell asleep in my bath.
Did you have
The candles and the soft
yeah, the
music
candles
too much,
around the
were they?
bath and the
Sorry, I
oils?
beat you to it, mate.
You did. Well done.
Well, yeah, I had bubbles.
Nice, pretty.
Yeah, I got bubbles.
I prefer like oils or sometimes bath salts. They're both nice, but bubbles will do it a pinch. It's the second time pinch.
Well, I was planning on having a quick one, but I fell asleep.
Mate, you don't have to tell us that.
Oh God! In the bath, you know, you then soak in it afterwards. You disgusting man.
You do it down the overflow. It's fine.
And that's it. It's just the three of us. It's our first three-way.
Yeah. Not all of us.
Are you guys ready? Okay, great.
I've had a threesome, 2 men. I think. Jeebus.
Stuart just put the microphone in his mouth.
It's not what I'll do.
What else will you do?
Fuck you in the ass.
Is that a promise? Is that a punishment or a reward?
It's both. It's at the extreme end of the scale for good boy and bad boy. So, you know, take your pick.
On today's show, we've got all the usual incredible readygamefire programming that you're used to, but first, a retraction. On episode 11, Gay Pride and Prejudice, I introduced Kye as a man of African or Caribbean descent. He is, in fact, neither. This statement was intended only in jest and nothing further. Kye is Caucasian, with strong hip-hop tendencies, a penchant for street slang, and a strong desire to be black. We at readygamefire apologise to the RGF listeners, the internet, but most importantly to the black community for attempting to pass Kye off as one of your own. Kye is, in actuality, about as black as vanilla ice. Again, we are sorry for any confusion this has caused, and it will not happen again. Okay, that's the serious part out of the way.
That's pretty good, though.
Because
It was good.
people said to me, who was that black guy? And I said, oh, Ryan Crawford. And they said, no.
Stuart?
Kye?
No, the real one.
Yeah.
The real Mackay.
The real oh my God. That's almost as good as Joe Evo, which I do use all the time.
I know Deering used it at his work as well.
Very good.
They said he was chatting to someone about what we say. Oh, he bought gears. He's like, no, it's just you don't really play gears. It's like, what do you buy? He started saying, he goes, right, don't call me a fucking Joe Evo. So already, already it's spread around someone else's office. Media times.
Yeah, and you get annoyed. I mean, what do you want? I mean, you start a phrase, I spread it, you get angry.
I'm not angry. I'm happy with it.
I used to copyright you after I used it, but it's just not time.
I'm just worried that when the dictionary comes to trace it in like 20 years, how are they going to know it's me? That's a legitimate worry.
Sorry,
Well,
who gets the credit for the word because, for example? William Shakespeare. That's who.
He did invent a lot of words.
Didn't think I knew that, did you?
I don't think he invented that one though.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure he did.
He
No.
invented-
wait,
It's excellent. He invented the word excellent.
Oh, did he?
I think.
He invented like
He definitely invented words.
hundreds.
Some of them.
Like, how did he get away with that?
Forsooth.
How did he get? He can't surely.
Yorick.
He can't have been seen at the time as a great playwright like he is now, because he's just talking shit.
No,
Those words have come to mean things.
Well, he
But at the time, he's just
played for a
going,
royal family all the time,
why
and so-
don't you fargle your bladder snout? At that point, what do you mean?
This is,
and
that's
then they
for-
check the fucking GCSE abridged notes, not abridged notes, they're like the guide notes, and see what
Footnotes.
the fuck it means.
Yeah.
Was that King
Side
Lear?
notes.
It was, wasn't it? What was it? What did you just say?
I don't know what I said. I think fargle your flassel snout.
Well, he was the of the time equivalent of Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's blizzle my hizzle my jizzle.
I suppose.
And
at least
the older he's like, what's he talking about? Where us young folk,
Yes.
No, so he invented the word excellent. I think whoever did invent the word because needs serious props because that's quite an
It's a useful.
Yeah.
It's a useful one, isn't it?
It's like I said, and that is the of the time equivalent of Joe Evo.
That's very useful.
This episode will be another extended edition of Secondhand News, plus our expert opinions of all the latest amazing games and Gears of War 3. Secondhand News.
Cock.
Wait,
Cock.
Prick.
never mind about what. We're not here to talk about your hobbies.
It's fine.
Your extracurricular activities,
I like
guys.
cockfighting.
You're talking about cocks. You're talking about pricks.
You brought us here for a reason.
Yeah. Get them out. We did that. We've done that before.
I was doing this one. No.
Oh, I don't like it when people do that floppy hand spaz clap.
Wait.
No one can do it, but again, I invented this.
Wait, no. I invented this.
What? Oh, what is that?
Your tendons.
It's the Bruce Lee fucking...
Seriously, when did you first do the single hand
I've
clap?
seen someone do that before.
And it wasn't me, or someone that I'd shown how to do it.
No. Do you know what it reminds me of though?
Check it, internet.
You know what I invented? Going...
No.
No. Come on, Kye.
You didn't, Kye. I invented it. No, you didn't. Stop being flippant. I invented the single hand clap.
No, you didn't.
Fucking
No,
did.
First of all, it's in a Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
But it's not in the spazzy way that you do it, which
you
actually
can
reminds
do
me
it.
of
Spaz.
It actually reminds me of a Dutch rudder. Do
Non-PC, mate.
you guys know what the Dutch rudder is?
No.
I know a Dutch. Ah, yes, I do.
So since Kye doesn't know, I'll tell him. Yeah, Dutch rudder is where you grab your.
What?
Let's just call it. So let's just say you grab your joystick.
Junk.
Let's keep it thematic.
Yep.
You
Yes.
grab your joystick in your hand, and you get a companion. Could just be a mate. Could just be a mate. Could just be at a bus stop.
Could be a sibling.
So you've got your joystick in your right hand, but you let your arm go floppy, and then your companion jiggles your arm, grabs just above your elbow, just wriggles your arm, so you don't have to do anything, and it's the Dutch rudder.
But
isn't
it's
it?
not gay.
It's don't you do it to each other at that point?
That's the double
Yeah.
Dutch rudder.
Ah, distinction.
Which is
Okay.
definitely not gay.
None of them are gay. I'd know. They're not.
Friends of ours once attempted to fool other friends of ours with made up sexual positions, but it later turned out that they were all true. It's all been done, people. Just
Anything that you could think of. Normal.
on top and
Underneath.
doggy.
Yeah, exactly. All the ones. All the ones.
This is the news. The PSN is down.
What? Is it?
Oh no, it was down for like a couple of hours last night. Oh my god, it was a scary couple of hours.
I bet it was, mate. Yeah, all
Yeah.
those multiplayer games really. Phew,
I
dear
was-
me. Can't play Resistance. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I was freaking
Go
out.
play Gears, a good game.
I was freaking out after last. So it went down, and last time Sony were like, "Oh, it's just maintenance."
Dicks about it, yeah.
This time they went, "We don't know what's happening, guys." And once I read that stuff with the
Guys, be cool. We're down with you. We're not some corporate fucking shills.
Do you know what happened to
Dick's
me?
rats.
This was in the same 24 hours though that I signed up for a year's worth of PlayStation Plus.
Why would you do that, mate?
One of the reasons was, well, first of all, it's an investment and it pays for yourself. It pays for itself.
Investment.
It's an investment.
In what?
In what?
It's an investment. It pays for it. itself if you purchase enough stuff through the PlayStation Store, which I do, and
Alright.
you know, because everything's at a discount price. Plus, you get a load of monthly free stuff.
What's the
And I
discount-
know it's not
what's the
free
discount
technically.
price? What's the discount price?
For example, Resident Evil was £6.
Okay, so it's not like 20% off or anything like that.
No, it's good stuff, and there's a load of free stuff.
So it's just like getting a young person's travel card.
Yeah, exactly.
Do a couple
right?
of journeys, and before you know it, you're saving money.
You've just reminded me that I'm outside that age bracket.
Way
now.
outside the age bracket, old man.
No.
Yeah, no, but my last one expired like July.
Yeah, your wrinkly face and your...
I know. Well, I bought it while I was still 25, and apparently you can still do that.
Yeah, you can still
Oh,
buy like a
why
triple...
the fuck did anyone tell me that?
Probably
It's called
they
common
didn't-
sense,
they
mate.
probably didn't want you to enjoy the benefit of it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Dude, you look young enough to buy a child ticket. No offense, and that's actually
It's gonna come in handy.
no offense intended, because you can.
You seem old enough to get away with the OAP one.
Oh,
your
thanks
face.
very much. And you actually are old enough to get away with an OAP.
I'm younger than you.
No, you're not.
You know,
26.
No, you're not.
he's the youngest one here.
Younger than you.
No, you're not.
not.
You're 28.
Was born in 1985.
Okay, what song was
April.
number 1 when you were born?
David Bowie, Dancing in the Moonlight. Let's dance.
That's Top Loader.
Let's dance. David Bowie
83.
did not.
Yeah,
nonsense,
the year you were born.
Listeners, look out for the next article on readygamefire.co.uk, which will consist of a large picture of Stuart's face and his birth year underneath it, with some sort of flashing
Birthmark. What's this?
birth year.
Birth ear. You said. You said birth ear.
Birth ear.
Doesn't reach your ear.
Doesn't reach your ear.
It reaches right around.
So, okay, we're going
it
down this
goes
road,
into
are
my
we?
hair.
Going down this road.
Yeah.
So Stuart has a deformity.
Yeah. One obvious one. Others that I keep covered up. I've got 4 tits.
What? Where are you hiding them?
I've got 4 nipples. They're here, but just below normal place.
Oh, right, like a cow.
Get off my
It's
nipples.
not fucking lying.
Don't milk him. Not now. Anyway, so you've got a birthmark on your face.
A huge.
What was
black-
the reaction of one guy? Who?
I'm not gonna say it
Why not?
because it's hurtful.
But don't you think the listeners are going to want to hear? They said they've heard that you've got a disability.
Yeah.
They now sympathise. I was going to say empathise. No one.
No
could.
one can really understand what it's like.
John Merrick.
Mikhail Gorbachev. John Merrick, fuck you. I was thinking of my own thing then. Didn't really take in what you were saying.
Gorbachev. If you complete the original Street Fighter 2, Gorbachev is in Zangief's ending,
Yes.
and they do the Cossack dance together.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Go on. What did that guy say?
You didn't explain it. You could, listen, I'm not going into this.
You brought it up now.
I haven't.
Trust me. When
I'll pull it down.
tell the story. It's a good story.
But you have to explain though. You have to explain that where it goes, it looks like my eyes maybe slightly like I've got a black eye basically.
Wow, you've just explained it. That was hard.
Why don't you fuck yourself? And he went, "Oh, wicked, bruv. You could pretend you've been fighting in that, innit?" I was like, "What? What do you mean? I don't understand."
No, you didn't. You said, "I can't believe I've never thought of that idea.
by Jove.
Let's be friends."
Let's profit from this. And I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it's not good.
So the PSN went down for a few hours and then it was back. Whew.
I was going to call you and tell you he was back on, but
I know. I was
I
on there because Resident Evil 4 HD came out. Ooh, God, I was lost for 20 minutes. On Live is live. Say Eurogamer.
I've seen it at work.
Yeah. People were playing it at work today.
Yeah, it's good. It's impressive.
Well, you can get a
These
launch
are-
game of your choice not of your choice, of a selection, including like Borderlands, Space Marines rather, for £1.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now-
Now, I mean, your
how much
connection
is it though?
with the subscription.
Well, the machine and the
The
subscription.
machine's fuck all. It's not much at all.
And how much is fuck all?
You know, an average
Can we just
priced electrical consumer device.
50 quid.
Yeah.
can we just explain what On Live is
Guessing though.
to people who don't know what it is? One of you guys
It's basically internet in a box.
do. Okay, Stuart, do you want to take over?
Well, it allows you-
Internet in a box.
It allows you to stream games, play them live. It'll download what it needs to run the game, and download the rest of the assets later as you're playing. Essentially means you can play virtually any new high-spec game without the need to spend $2,000 on a ridiculously nice PC. It doesn't look as good, and it's limited to a fairly low resolution right now. I think it's less. I think it might be 720. It might be less than 720. But it's still good. You know, it's still an excellent service if you've got a good connection speed.
Yeah, that's what it's all
which
about.
we don't have in this country as a standard.
Yeah.
I've seen it on a big fat corporate network, you know, and it was running perfectly.
How far behind the top spot are we in terms of fast internet?
I don't know what the best is. I mean,
You've been behind for
but some
years.
pissant countries.
We're
though,
very no. Let's not pretend though that we're not lucky. We've got good enough internet. I mean, BT Infinity that's just started to roll out. Apparently, you can download a movie legally.
I mean, when as a
in a
society,
second.
as a society, the biggest difficulty we have, other than a few riots for some dickheads, is complaining about our internet speed not being as high as others. We haven't got much to worry
I
about.
wasn't even. To be honest, I wasn't aware that it was a problem until this week.
Maybe it isn't then, but I think it is.
My internet's
It
fine.
used to be a lot worse. Now it's not too much of a gap.
Yeah.
Well,
Playmate's not good
it
enough.
depends on the nation.
Playmate's not
so-
good enough for OnLive, I think.
So, are you guys going to be investing in OnLive?
Maybe I've got a decent enough PC.
I want to see what the lineups of the games are first,
Yeah.
and the price of it and the subscription. But I don't know. I was planning on getting a pretty juicy PC soon.
But
No, you don't need to.
do you?
Now you can get that contract phone and move out. Although actually, if you fall asleep in your bath in a flat of your own, no one's going to wake you up, are they?
No.
So,
Anything
My
that'll wake you up
nephew
will
will
be
not
when
be
the
there to
rats
wake
are
me up.
eating your body.
did your nephew wake you up?
Yeah.
What's he doing in the bathroom with you, Kye?
Unky
Wait,
Kye.
Well, he wasn't in there.
Someone's
He was
got to
knocking
scrub
on the
those.
door, you fiend.
Someone's got to scrub those hard to reach places.
Playing soapy boats. That's not right, mate.
Like the submarine.
Not cool.
Yeah, I know it's not good, mate. You shouldn't have gone there.
But there's only got so much hot water.
I had a bath with my brother.
Yeah, that's normal. First of all, Kye, what I want to say is, where did you
little-
find a tub big enough for both of you? And
You said
how
it was
much
big
was
enough.
Could be a corner bath. Corner baths are nice, man. I saw that the other day. Corner
I say
baths.
bath. It's more just a hole.
It's more that your bed that you've wet.
It's more of a.
You've
pond.
pissed yourself in your bed and
It's more of a hole in your basement.
Yeah.
And there were chains on the doors.
put the lotion, etc.
Yeah, there's a leaked video online basically confirming that Dead Space 3 is coming. But
Oh,
that's
really?
no
Oh.
big surprise. Yeah.
I felt as if 2 ran out of steam a little bit.
I still haven't finished it.
Still haven't even played it yet.
No, we played it here.
Yeah.
Didn't feel the same.
Some sort of crazy foreign video with foreign subtitles and
I don't believe it then.
something to do with the... No, but they're in the EA
But you
offices.
can't believe anything said by one of them foreigners. Though.
They're on, they're on the EA, they're in some sort of EA office,
Right.
and there's a big sign that
EA
says
Bulgaria or something.
Dead Space 3. Well, hold on, where did they outsource their testing to? Romania?
Romania, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most likely there then.
I wasn't far off.
But like I say,
Good.
no
Fine.
surprise. And
Well, of
even...
course not. Fucking IP. They come in 3, don't they? Normally.
Yeah,
You want to make your.
I wish they would just come in good, i.e.
your 3-part series
Yeah, this
to
seems
get
to be-
cash dollars.
Yeah.
Those dollar signs rolling in.
Yeah, I wish they would just make as many games that are necessary and stop annualizing them. Fucking Activision.
Yeah.
Activision apparently didn't publish Ghostbusters because they didn't think they could annualize it.
Thing is, though, it's about making money, isn't it?
Is it?
Of course it is.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that, Mr. Gates.
Well, well, people do know me as an entrepreneur, but
All you've
You
done is
can't
come
cri-
up with a robot that doesn't exist.
you can't criticise.
and a clapping thing that you didn't invent.
And a wind-up electricity tool.
That's the
he
thing.
mentioned
That's
it,
what I said.
he
The
mentioned
robot.
was it a robot?
The robot goes round, winds up your appliances,
That's it.
but the robot runs on copious amounts of fossil fuels.
That's the hitch in the plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can't criticise a company
No,
who
I
focuses
know.
bottom line for not taking up a game which was at best average because they considered they couldn't make money out of it.
I know,
Oh,
I
they're
know.
devils. They're the worst men ever.
I'm just saying, in an ideal world, which I am aware that we do not
In
live
ideal
in.
world, I wouldn't be here.
What would you be doing then?
I'd be covered in.
You would be patenting your one-hand spastic clap
Yeah.
for no reason at all. That's not a money maker, is it?
I'd be like running around all by myself in a giant ball pool, having the best time ever.
Well, ball pools aren't actually fun in real life, though, are they?
Yeah.
You fall into them, you can't get out. Rubbish.
You know what is fun,
It
though?
actually hurts.
That's not true.
You know what is fun?
How is that true?
A room full of
They're-
balloons.
Nah.
Noisy.
No, completely full balloons, so you can't see.
No,
the
noisy
foot in front
and
of you.
frightening. I don't like it.
I'm not 100% down with the balloon noise.
I also like those
Ah,
things
you
where
guys
they're
have
like punch bags, which are attached to the bottom as well, and they're all in like close rows. And you have to run through them. Like barging your way through the layers. It's good.
Yeah, have you guys seen this DS, this 3DS
Ugliness.
extender
Yeah.
with an extra
fuck's sake.
circle pad in it?
I just say first off that it doesn't at all look as if it's an afterthought.
No, obviously.
A panicked redesign in a shoddy manner.
Well, they weren't ready for this, brand new phenomenon of dual analog
I know,
sticks.
right?
Just came out of nowhere. This extender, for those of you who don't know, adds an extra analog stick or circle pad to the 3DS on the right, so you can play dual-wield
You
games.
play games, most games.
It takes a AAA battery, so it's not even powered by the system.
I read that. I thought that was ridiculous. I mean,
It's
It's not even powered by the
that's
system.
ridiculous.
well, to be fair, the DS itself has only got a life of what 3 or 5 hours, so it'll run out before the thing.
Well, with 3D on, with off, it lasts a bit longer. According to some guys at IGN though, who tried it at Tokyo Game Show, it works well enough.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, this is kind of like adding to the massive pile in my mind that basically screams out how disappointed I am with the 3DS.
There's a list of errors, isn't there? Of
I'm really
what
unhappy
they've
with
done
it. I just every time I pick it up, a little part of me goes, it's so uncomfortable.
Really?
It's uncomfortable. It's ugly. The screen hinge is loose. The screen wobbles
Really
around.
badly made.
The triggers hurt your fingers. The face buttons feel hard and uninviting. The bottom touchscreen is the same screen that was on the DS, and just if there's a little smudge on it, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, after holding a Vita in my hands, I mean, I want a Vita, I'm not regretting buying the 3DS because I do buy all of them.
And there will be certain
And there are more games
really
coming
good
out.
titles, but
Star Fox.
It's just really been a letdown
Well,
from
add it to
every
the-
conceivable point of view.
Go and add it to the massive pile of second-hand ones at CEX. I say second-hand; they're probably mostly third or fourth-hand.
No, I'll keep it because, like Kye said, we've got Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7 coming out at the end of the year. There's stuff to look forward to,
Keep
without
it,
doubt.
yeah.
and
then
also
go and
Virtual
repeat your
Console
mistake on the Vita.
releases.
Well, I got my 10 free Ambassador games, and they pissed me off as well. I know they're early versions, but I can't even stretch out Mario Brothers to fill the screen. When I can play it in 16:9 on my TV, but apparently I can't stretch it out to fill the screen. I can't. There's no save points. There's no features. It's apparently
So it
getting
doesn't have
updated.
any of the Wii Virtual
No,
Console
it's apparently
features.
getting
They're
updated
just
because
emulated,
they're early versions, because they rolled them out early for the ambassadors, and they're going to get updated. But
Ambassadors.
yeah, the
Mugs
people,
more like, mate. Mugs.
yeah, but you can't go Nintendo's mug program for you fucking stupid pricks that bought it on day one. Oh, here's an extension circle pad add-on. Wah wah.
If Robin Williams from that 1980s film was it Robin Williams? About advertising was in charge, then yes it would. Remember that film?
And he
You need more details.
He had a nervous breakdown.
Oh, Good Morning Vietnam.
No. He had a nervous breakdown.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Jack.
He had a nervous breakdown from people being dicks with their suggestions. And
Patch Adams.
he was like he was worked for an ad agency.
Jack. I
And
just
then-
remembered Jack.
He just started saying the truth. And it was a revelation.
Liar.
It was a revelation.
That's Jim Carrey, and it's the 90s.
But the inverse of that, though. I said truth, not lies.
I can't lie.
Pretty good impression. Who was that?
It's Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Carrey.
right,
Good impression. I don't know who it is, but I know it's a good
No,
impression.
Do a good Robin Williams one.
do it.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
That was Irish. Mr. Doubtfire Scottish.
That's Scottish.
That was Irish.
I'd love to hear
That's
yours.
the same.
Love to hear your Scottish.
There's no discernible difference.
Hello. That's what I did. You never do voices, and that was amazing.
There's no
Yeah,
difference.
I
between-
say it for.
There's no difference
for my
between your
moments.
perfect Scottish that you did and his perfect Irish. They're the same.
From one handheld with shit battery life to another, the Vita. The Vita's battery life has been confirmed. So, in descending order. 10 hours battery life if you just listen to music on standby. I'm
Yep.
sure lots of people will be doing that.
The main thing for it, main use.
10 hours just for music on standby.
5 hours if you're watching video.
Fuck off.
That's not bad. 5 hours in video.
And
I'll
a
take it.
glorious 2 to 3 hours if you're playing games.
That's ideal.
Well, fortunately, I only mainly used handhelds for.
Handguns. You were going to say handguns.
I was going to say
weren't you?
handguns, but
What do you mainly use handguns for, Kye?
not for.
Just for armed, forced Dutch rudders on strangers in the street.
Just
Or
for-
you, Dutch rudder me. So yeah, the PlayStation Vita, 2 to 3 hours of battery life. How good is that?
Well, it's not really very useful, is it?
Probably the handheld that is recommended that you don't take out of your house.
Fine if you're a commuter. Fine, perfect. But not to keep the kids quiet in the back of the car.
I wouldn't ever use perfect as a word to describe a handheld battery life of 2 to 3 hours.
Well, that's your commute, isn't it? Unless you're a dick, you're commuting no longer than that.
Unless there's delays.
Handhelds are supposed to be portable. the best use of handhelds on a plane.
All right, okay, acceptable and useful, but for longer distance travel, which is what I was getting to, not appropriate.
No.
For that, take a book of crosswords. Or like a
PSP.
That's what my nan takes.
PSP.
Me
Yeah.
being the young man that we've already labelled me as.
Take FA Gem.
I'll take a Vita.
I'll take DS crossword puzzles.
You can do that.
Yeah, only 10 out of the cartridge.
Batteries run out there, won't they?
Not a DS.
How long
Not
DS?
old DS. 50 years.
Kid.
But Sony have already announced that you can get an external battery expansion unit.
Yeah.
What?
Why should you?
Do you know what that's? Do you know what that's like? That's like
It reminds-
DLC being released a week after a game comes out because the content's already on disc. It should be in there.
I'm
Just make
conflicted about
even if
that.
it made the Vita a little bit chunkier. I don't care. Put the extra lithium battery in there.
A better comparison, I'd say, would be
Oh, fuck off.
because
That's a good point, but here's an even better one.
I have a problem with that DLC thing because I know exactly what you're saying, and I used to think
Because
like that as well.
you're part of the machine.
I used to think like that because if it's on the disc, you paid for it already. But surely the bigger question should be, are you happy with what you've originally paid for? If you're happy spending your £30-35 on that title as it appears to be, then what's the problem?
All right.
Now,
So
putting it on the disc is a dick move. Even if it's ready, don't put it on the disc. You know, actually have it as a download. But the timing of it, I don't think is an issue. You know, if you're happy with what you get.
It's a bit shit because the whole point of DLC when it originally came out was expansion packs,
Yeah.
but you can just download them. It's they're afterthoughts for when the game's been released.
Yeah, but now it's much more though. As
But
well
now
as
it's like they'll
promotional
plan
things,
they'll
it's
plan to
special
release
offers.
it. Yeah.
Sorry.
But that's it. Yeah, exactly. Special offers, promotional things, but not just. But sometimes though they can be quite large. Quite like multiplayer
Yeah, sure.
maps, stuff like that. It's just ridiculous when companies do that.
I mean,
it's
some of this
really taking advantage.
Some of this stuff though might be wasn't quite ready.
possibly.
But then again, if it's on the disc, as you're saying, you just get like
No, some
a
stuff
10,
it-
a
some
10
stuff it could be,
KB
but some
fucking
stuff-
unlock key or something to use it. Anyway, the better comparison I was going to make was the Wii Motion Plus
Yeah.
because I can't remember how long after the release of the Wii
No,
was.
that-
It was longer
dude,
than this.
It's about a
but
year and a half.
Dude, that was ages.
Way
That,
off.
my
it doesn't
comparison
matter,
wins.
though.
Way
To
after.
me, that's an admission that the original tech didn't do what it was sold as doing,
Yeah.
which was, well, I was going to say one-on-one motion.
Did it say on the box you get one-to-one control?
That was the strong impression I think that
No, it was
that
just motion-controlled
that people
gaming.
took from it. That it was sold not necessarily explicit like that, but that was the idea of what the Wii could do.
We all saw that video of that guy playing Red Steel on the sofa, and we thought this is gonna be fucking awesome.
I never bought into the Wii thing.
I prefer my
I was-
comparison. I prefer my
Let the
comparison.
listeners decide. They can have a vote, and they can decide 2-1 to me next week.
One more thing regarding DLC. I mean, the only problem with it now is that the model is let's release DLC really quickly because 6 months' time no one's going to be playing this game.
Yeah.
Whereas I think release it in 6 months' time because then it will make people think, oh yeah, I'll go back to that game. This DLC's come out.
I could, from personal experience, that doesn't work for me. There's been numerous games that I've played through. Borderlands is one, Fable 2, the Spring of Mind is two obvious ones that I've played at the time, really enjoyed. But then the DLC, which sounded really good, wasn't out for like 2, 3, 4 months after that. By that point, yeah, moved
Okay.
on.
To each his own. Fair enough. I get the handgun. But yeah, I mean, that's a negative thing about the Vita. But here's some positive things. I really want one.
Like the pattern on the
Yes.
back's nice.
Oh, the stroke pad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not called that, but I like calling it that.
What tosserish like designation does it actually have then?
The sensory strip.
That's tosserish. Yeah.
It's not really called that either. I don't know what it's called, but
It's
it's
called the wank page.
it's the bit of the back of the handheld that you can like manipulate with sort of caressing motions with your fingers
a little
to
tickle.
do stuff in the games. Uncharted looks incredible. Wipeout 2048 looks dope. Now I'm a big Wipeout fan.
2048.
I am
2048.
shockingly shit at Wipeout. As
Oh,
I found
we're all
out
shit
last
at
time.
it because
Nah,
yeah,
there's
only Anakin Skywalker would be good enough to do it. You must have Jedi reflexes.
You've seen me play,
blah, blah,
and
blah.
you know I'm better than you.
I haven't seen you play.
We've played.
Yeah, I know, but you were at the back in my dust, and you were eating it.
Fuck.
And that's not the objective. With the Vita, you can play with the PS3 version.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. And it looks... Oh, my God. If you like 3D, buy a 3DS. If you like... I mean, I'm reaching the end of my tether.
portable
A lot of people reached the end of their tether with Nintendo a while ago, but I am approaching it now. Oh, my God. This 3DS has been a fucking kick to my
When the
nutsack.
3DS got announced and they said the games that they were going to be released on it, I initially thought they were all going to be launch titles because like, all right, all these games are remakes, but they're going to come out when the console first comes out, and then all the new IPs or games like Kid Icarus and stuff will be coming out shortly afterwards. But it's just been ridiculous.
It was a terrible launch, and people
They
say
just shout all over your head.
And people say, oh, launch titles in the past were shit. Yeah, that was in the past when the industry was in its infancy. You should have learned by now, okay? The Virtual Boy, fair enough. And on Nintendo, I love the way that Nintendo bargains and do things differently and try to push the boat out. But they've just made some noob schoolboy errors with the 3DS.
Have you seen the ad campaign recently, like on TV and papers? Just like the big fucking massive capital letters saying just really basic features of the console. Like there's an advert that said in huge letters, next generation graphics, and they were showing Ocarina of Time, which still essentially looks like an N64 game.
They can't say next-gen graphics. That's
Well,
something.
they're
exactly.
stopping pushing. They're not pushing the 3D as a big part of it anymore, are they?
Yeah, because they know everyone's like getting sick of it.
Yeah.
Except for Hollywood, haven't caught on
Guys
to
in
that yet.
Hollywood.
Yeah, the advert in features that sellout Simon Pegg doing the VO. I
saw
think
Paul the other day. That was disappointing.
I told you not to watch it. Sparks loves it.
I don't know why anyone would even think to watch it and think that it would possibly be anything other than
I really like Nick Frost.
Huh?
So do I, man.
I
That's
really
why.
like Nick Frost.
But that's
So why
what
would
makes
you
it more.
watch it?
I know
Yeah.
you've based your look on him, but that's what made it even more heartbreaking. Right?
Yeah, just they were both so shit. That's the thing that pissed me off.
And they wrote it, and they fucking
But
wrote
they had
it.
so many really fucking obvious references.
I know,
Like they
you
tried
see
to
it
make it
coming.
like Spaced. You know how Spaced had a really cool
See, I like my-
references to movies and
I
stuff.
like my dad, but if it
No,
came,
I like your mum.
if it came, I like your dad. I like your face.
I like my mum.
Let's keep the axe.
If it came to it where he had to go out and do something like to make money he didn't want to do, like selling his ass, then I wouldn't want to go and see that happen.
Back to
massive
back
core
to
of lawyers.
Nintendo for a second. Stuart, I imagine you're not at all interested, but Kye, Skyward Sword, you're gonna get it.
Fuck yes.
Apparently, this is the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword,
Zelda
by the way.
one, yeah.
It's about 50 to 100 hours of gameplay, apparently.
Oh, really?
50 to 100 hours of gameplay.
Estimate based on what though? Is that like doing the missions and the side quests, or is that like
Yeah,
collecting
50
every single?
Obviously, it's not going to be a 100-hour
No.
main quest, is it?
That's not what I mean, dickhead. You didn't let me finish.
No, okay.
What I was saying was, is that the quests and the missions, or are they actually 30 hours and the extra 20 to 70 hours is wandering around collecting like shiny baubles?
So you have played Zelda.
I imagine there's going to be a lot of knees bent running
I have
around,
played
but-
Zelda, of course, but I've never owned a Nintendo console.
RPG elements as well, so you can upgrade weapons.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually surprising that
Hang on.
you haven't seen more of this in a Zelda game.
It is an action RPG,
Yeah, I know, but
you would
RPG
expect there
elements,
to have
i.e.
RPG elements in
So
it.
leveling
from
up.
Yeah, but you've never leveled up in Zelda games.
The only thing that you could say you level up
Gain
is
skills, I
your
assume.
health.
You, know,
your
you,
heart
you
contains.
gain skills and abilities, I assume,
You get new weapons.
but you don't gain like.
Well, the items give you abilities essentially.
You don't upgrade your strength, your speed, or anything like that.
You get like a special roll or like a high jump or something, or like shoot fire out of your hat.
All right, let's just say that
Yeah, that'd be the fire hat.
Use your Triforce, throw it off your.
Oh, you don't, please don't.
let's just say
Just stop.
there are no RPG elements in a traditional sense.
Right, fine.
Yeah. So you're getting it, Kai?
Fuck yes.
I was on the fence, and then they announced the gold Wiimote that'll come with it, so I immediately pre-ordered it.
How many remotes did that make?
It'll be number 6. I'm thinking of selling some of the older ones though.
How many times you actually had 4 people playing your Wii?
Loads, mate.
After when it first came out and everyone was playing Wii Sports.
In the last year, how many times have there been full-player Wii going on?
Actually, one of the kind of fallback party games that I have when people come over is WarioWare,
Yeah.
which is like 6 players, I think.
No, that is actually quite fun.
Mario Striker Supercharged, the football game, I maintain is still incredible. It's a great game. The Mario Kart is I haven't played it in ages, but that was used quite
It's
a lot.
always fun.
And well, I mean, you know what I'm like. I got the stuff.
That's true.
I got the
You
stuff.
got it all. You do have it all.
Do you guys want to buy some old Wiimotes?
I'll buy some new shiny golden ones, please.
Yeah,
I can
I'll
plug
take-
my classic controller, which
How-
is gold, into
how
my
much-
gold Wiimote.
How much is your SNES virtual? SNES Classic controller going?
Oh man, my SNES Classic controller. Playing F-Zero and Mario World using that pad makes all the difference in the world.
Fucking-
This is a classic controller, which is the SNES pad. You can get it on the Nintendo Stars catalogue for 7,000 stars. I bought mine off eBay for £40.
Apart from your Mega CD, if there's one thing I could steal off you, it would be that.
Don't rob me. If any of my friends were to rob me, though,
Yeah.
I'm sure it would
Money
be you.
would be on it.
You mentioned Dark Souls earlier on, Stuart. Have you heard of how they're punishing people who break street date?
Probably by like murdering them or something. They're quite hard.
Yeah.
You're very close, actually. Dark Souls. This story was reported by Eurogamer, so I'm just going to read it out. Dark Souls developer have a vicious surprise in wait for anyone who manages to get hold of the game ahead of its published release date. According to Japanese blog Esuteru, as deciphered by
Say
Edge.
it in the accent.
Esuteru!
Yep.
As deciphered by Edge, the studio is sending max-level black phantoms into the game that will completely wipe out anybody playing before the game officially comes out.
Pretty good, man.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
It's just like the Rage, just like what id are doing with Rage, locking off a big part of the single-player
Oh,
game
really?
if you don't buy it first-hand.
Thing is, that's not your fault. You get it sent to you. You want to play it.
Play it offline then.
I saw GameStop were sending out copies of Gears, and they arrived on like the Friday or the Monday or something, and there's a note in there saying, please, please don't play this until the 19th or the 20th. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, fine enough. They've asked me via a note,
Yeah.
so that's staying in the box until release date.
Well,
No
obviously-
one writes letters anymore, so I think that's nice.
It's the only
Yeah.
correspondence you get. So
True.
I like seeing creative ways to punish things like street day
Pretty
breaking
good at that
and buying secondhand.
Because that Dark Souls one essentially rendered the game, unplayable. If they're anything like the same as they would have been in the first.
Yeah, you're just gonna get fucked,
Yeah.
basically.
So
in any area.
these black phantoms are level 145 with 1900 HP
basically they'll
and all abilities at maximum 99. Okay, so
yeah,
I'm wet. You're hearing
you-
that right now.
You're wet.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
it's going to that level.
My pussy is.
oh no, that's just horrible.
It is.
I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, God! Oh no! Talking about his pussy. Oh my God!
So fucking gyrated, man.
Final item of the
Turn me on.
news.
Yes.
You know this Counter-Strike Global Offensive that's coming out on Xbox, PS3, and Steam.
Yeah.
The PS3 version supports mouse and keyboard.
That's exciting news.
It is exciting.
Is it a
makes
console
makes the playing field very
Is it a console-only release? Is it a non? Is it
No, it's
not
going on
PC
PC.
release?
PC as well.
PC.
Okay,
But
cool.
360
Is it gonna have
is-
cross? Is a PC and PS3 gonna have cross-platform?
Apparently so.
Well, that's interesting, man, because
Ah.
the PC gamers will, or with keyboard, the PC gamers with keyboard and mouse will surely
Yeah.
rinse people on pads.
Yeah,
I
basically
prefer
don't
a
play
pad
with
in my
pad.
hand myself. I prefer a pad. I'm more used to it. I'm more comfortable with it.
But obviously, you know that you can't match the kind of turning speed
No,
with someone.
exactly,
With a mouse.
or the precision of someone with a mouse as well.
You'd think that, but I've seen
The
some
best
people
mouse
be-
and keyboard guys.
Well,
will
in the
beat
world,
them.
we were talking about like the best of the best.
And on average as well. Just on average, you're going to be better, more accurate, quicker with mouse and keyboard. I'm 100% sure on that. Finished. Move on.
So
I'm
yeah,
saying
interesting.
Some people will fuck you up.
I'm
Of
surprised.
course, some people will fuck it up. A really good person on a pad will beat an average person on mouse and keyboard. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking at two graphs of how good people are,
Yeah, I know it's a given, but I'm just saying the pad isn't. You can't completely write it off. Even though I am a mouse and keyboard user myself, I've seen people do very well with the pad when
I'm
playing against mouse.
I'm
And keyboard.
surprised.
yes, I have been in games where people have done good things with pads.
That's what I was fucking saying. Defensive fuck.
You know, you being a grammar
Earlier
Nazi.
today,
Yeah.
Kai described a hill as the roof.
No, I didn't.
Because he's never seen
no,
the
I didn't.
countryside.
I described the top
Well,
of a
yeah,
castle
the boys, they were
as
on
a
like,
roof.
They were on like the roof or
No,
something.
of the castle.
Is that what you mean? The
But
hill?
the top
Kai?
of the castle.
They
No,
went, yes, I
fucking
meant the
didn't.
hill. I'm sorry, I don't get the outdoors.
No, yeah, I said that as a joke, but I was actually talking about a fucking castle. They were on the top of the castle. I know it's not called a roof.
What were you talking about?
We're talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, right.
I was saying about how Fatty said he was going to be a wizard. Can't remember his name. What? This is
Yeah.
Fatty.
He's on the roof
I'm
of the
fat
hill.
as well,
He's on the
by
roof of the
way,
hill.
so I can
Move
say
on.
that.
So yeah, you're grammar Nazi, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of goes hand in hand perfectly with your new feature.
I'm not particularly Nazi.
The phenyl stewlution.
Oh shit, man! We really can't
Yeah.
have a feature which references the Holocaust.
Your feature is the phenyl stewlution.
No.
All right. Well, we need we need a new feature for Stuart. He had ibuprofen.
That was amazing.
How about the Fennel countdown?
He had. Okay, sell it to me. What is it?
5 games.
He counts down different games, top, worst, sexiest. I don't know.
Top 5 most overhyped games this year. Go.
Maybe I just count down in different languages from 10 to 1, and it's like educational. No.
No, that's not as entertaining.
Overhyped games this year.
Yeah,
COD.
it's not out yet. Might
Out already?
might live up to the hype.
Out already this year. Help me out here.
Deus Ex.
Gears.
Or I know
Deus Ex
I'm
wasn't-
going to offend people
No,
with
yeah.
that, but
If a game is legitimately good, then it's not overhyped. For me,
Okay, maybe because I don't know.
Deus Ex is a bit dry though, isn't it?
I really
let's
like
put it in
the
there.
original, and there's.
Let's
I find it dry, but maybe because I didn't do a stealth playthrough. But
I'm doing it shooty.
I'm doing it shooting. It's just shit.
Let's stuff that in there for one, like a big fat.
Well, if
Turkey.
I know, but I was disappointed. I was expecting it to be a lot more like the original. And the
Star
fact that
Fox.
they did have melee weapons. Alright, cheers, you fuck.
Alright, so we need help for a new feature for Stuart. I mean, he does want to do a feature called the Fennel Stewlution. Bit of a stick in the mud, but that's fine.
No, it's I'll do it, but make a donation to like an
Jew organisation.
anti-climb paint
Let's do it.
organisation.
Okay, cool. Well, Kye, you've never had a feature. Apart from being black. He's not black. Yeah, so we need one for Kye as well. Send in your suggestions on a stamped address envelope. Though, you don't have a feature, but we did have an idea for a game, didn't we? The zombie cooking game.
Yes, well, I say we. You did.
Deadpan.
Yes.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Well, it's not an idea for a game, is it?
Yeah?
It's
It
a
is.
title for a game.
Cooking Mama mixed with Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Deadpan. Deadpan.
I think add my tagline, the tagline that I came up with today, which was sometimes love just isn't enough.
Yeah, what does that go with?
That game.
Stuart says, I'm going to build a movie around this strapline that I've just come up with.
Sometimes love just isn't enough.
Yeah. I even googled it. Nothing's used it so far. It's amazing.
What was it? What's the movie called? The Divorce?
It would be called like I don't know, The Happening. Blair Witch,
That-
something like that. I don't know. I've just got films. Oh God.
The Joseph Fritzl story.
I've just got films! So, various people in the room right now have experience working in QA, which is
Not learning a privilege.
which is quality assurance. Make sure games get to the shelves in as good quality as possible. I was told the other day about a bug that someone once encountered, and the title was of this bug. The description of this bug, this gaming issue,
Yeah, go for it.
was invisible wall has no collision.
There's also turning subtitles off in options, deactivate subtitles in game. Yeah, when I was working for NASA, there was a space program.
They wouldn't hire you.
Tell you what though, they're just talking now about how there's some satellite going to fall down. Sorry, where's it going to go? Don't know, mate. Next couple of days, you could kill me.
Why are you asking me? I'm on break.
That's it. Only working, mate.
That's camping that I'm talking about.
So, because this is a shorter show than normal, we're running on a skeleton crew today.
Yeah.
The topic of today is games what we have recently played.
Oh, it's a good one.
So, Stu, you said, and I quote, that I was a faggot if I didn't get Gears of War 3.
I stand by that.
That is the tagline.
Yeah, that would be a good bit of marketing.
Don't be a faggot. I only just found out.
No, I stand by it.
I only just found out that Marcus
mean-
Phoenix is voiced by Bender.
What?
Yeah, John DiMaggio. I knew his voice was familiar, but
That's crazy talk.
didn't know it was Bender.
I saw the voice of Dom the other day, and he's like some like fucking eyeliner wearing little midget.
He's
fuck.
not a muscle-bound
He isn't, and he doesn't wear the armour.
machine gun.
Nothing like that. It's remarkable. I don't think
Well,
I understand how voice
I'm
acting
gonna turn my
works.
copy.
Well, Dom is the only character in that series that even comes close to having any depth, and that brings me on to
Well, it's quite
what
like-
I don't like about Gears.
Right.
Let me finish my
Okay,
list.
Yeah, well, you go
let him
with dipshit.
fucking get out.
Let me just... Okay. No, okay.
Can
no.
you just give out 1 point and can we shoot it down, or
Yeah,
do you
that's
want to
how,
wait? Or do you wanna-
that's
Alright,
how it's
cool.
going.
Oh, you want me to sum it up? Gash. It's
No,
gash.
give us the long
It's
version.
a
No,
bad argument.
I'm sorry. I almost can't put into words what it is about Gears that doesn't...
Well, maybe we should try on this fucking podcast to put it into words.
Okay.
Why don't you do your best?
All right.
Do your best.
All right, I will.
Faggot.
I'll put it into 3 words. You're a...
Yeah.
That is 3 words.
I chose to hear you are.
Okay, no, yes.
Seriously, though, give us some good points because I mean, obviously we both really like Gears. You don't like Gears. Let's find out.
Yeah,
Let's
we are
very,
very
very
much
across the
fanboys.
table and let's all come together.
I'm
on
very, very happy it invented the cover system. Very, very happy.
didn't.
It was very. It didn't even
It
invent
was
it.
a game called Kill Switch, I think, on the PS2.
Oh, so it has
First game
nothing.
to have-
Thanks for aiding my argument, Kai. No, I'm being deliberately facetious.
Yep.
Here at Ready Game Fire, we accentuate our characters.
Don't have to invent to
comic
be
to comic
relevant and
effect.
enjoyable.
Stop talking over me, prick. We accentuate our. No, but you do it a lot. We accentuate our characteristics to comic effect for your entertainment. Here's actually how I feel about Gears. Stunning looking game, amazing. I mean, it always has been. When I first saw Gears 1, I was like blown out of my seat. When you go back and play it now,
what?
blown out of my seat.
From your happy little boat bobbing along. That's amazing.
What are you talking about, my boat?
You were blown out of your seat.
Seat.
Oh. I thought I was blown out of my seat. What does that mean?
That's the Paul Ross tagline on the front of the box, isn't it?
Oh, you mean seat?
Blown out of my seat.
I think fairly. About as much fucking
poor
sense as you
Ross.
get out of that, Rick.
Guys, think
Anyway,
about
so it looks really good. We've established that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm
Characterization is amazing.
Oh yeah, whoa! Once again,
Let him speak,
may
let him
I
speak.
finish?
You finished, mate.
May I finish?
You look finished.
Control-wise, I know you're playing as a hulking, fucking guy
Yeah.
who's all big.
Douche.
But my God, those controls feel to me heavy and sluggish, and I had to turn a tight corner to go down the stairs in Gears 3 the other day, and it was an effort.
It's a slow-paced game. Slower compared to...
No, it's not about slow
But
pacing, is it? I'm
did
talking
you-
about the sluggish controls.
Did you think to increase your sensitivity?
It's not a sensitivity
So
problem.
you say you didn't think
It's
to
not a
increase.
sensitivity problem, though, is it? It isn't.
It is. No, there is
talking
a
about
learning
camera
curve to the
panning.
movement.
It's a slow. Your controls feel heavy and
my
sluggish.
talking about-
my
you're
mate had
talking-
the same problem yesterday. You know how my mate jumped on with the split screen?
Yeah.
It's like he's never played Gears before. It's like he liked it, but he did find it hard to adjust to
You've got to zip on walls
the
and
movement.
dip round
Yeah, no, that's
corners
what
and
I'm saying. It's
stuff
one of
like
those
that.
things you need.
Got to use wall
It will
bounces
click
and-
eventually, and then you got it. But it is different.
I still maintain I don't like the fact that run and cover are the same button. It's always bugged me. It's best that it's ever been in Gears 3, but why does it need to be the same button? As if you're running out of buttons on the 360 pad.
Worse
I know
than
what you're
that
saying.
is
Because
is,
you still accidentally snap to cover when I don't want
It
to.
becomes much less of a problem. I mean, I know what you're saying because I remember that being a problem
Yeah.
too, but I don't find it now. I think I'm just too high level.
Okay, cool.
I'd say worse than the running thing is the fact that pick up an enemy, revive an ally, and pick up ammos and weapon is the same button. So when you've got a moment
Big
where
pile of stuff.
you've got someone you want to revive, and you've got someone, you've got a dying enemy next to them, and you've got a shit ton of weapons. Yeah, there's 9 times out of 10 you're going to pick up
X
the wrong
does nothing
thing.
to the dying enemy, does it?
No, he does put someone hostage. Human shield. Isn't it?
I thought that was.
That's X.
Is it X?
Yes.
Fair dues.
The melee, the chainsaw on the Lancer, I always find to somehow. Sometimes it just doesn't seem to work for me.
I think on 2, which is probably what you're talking about,
I was talking about 3.
network performance on 2 wasn't very good.
Although I love chainsawing motherfuckers.
It's very
It's
satisfying.
always.
But here is the biggest problem. It's going to be the biggest problem in the shooter. When I shoot something in Gears, it doesn't feel satisfying enough to me.
Now that's crazy.
Okay, you're
because
using the wrong weapons then.
I'm not. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like I'm connected. It doesn't feel like I'm shooting. I feel
Mate,
completely disconnected
you need
from
to
the
use the
experience.
Nasher more
I'm sure
often
we're
up
good.
close. That is one of the most satisfying.
Once again,
weapons
though,
in
you're
any
missing the
video
point.
game.
It's not the choice of weapon. It's the game mechanics.
No, but I'm saying the Nasher is immensely satisfying when you get to rip an enemy in half with one shot.
I couldn't
or-
disagree with you more on that. For me, that is one of the biggest things on the game.
Yeah.
Is that like when you I always think when you shoot things, it feels chunky and connected. I don't understand.
And
how
some
you,
of
how
the
you
weapons
don't
are
feel
really
that.
fun. There's a new one in Gears 3 which it takes 2 people to operate, one to hold the ammo and one to use it. It's called a Vulcan, which is basically a gun used on like an F-16 or something like
Yeah.
that. And it's just so fun because it just spits bullets at a ridiculous rate and drops
But if he
any
doesn't
enemy.
like it.
It's just. I mean, things aren't for everyone, are they?
No,
true.
definitely.
And
mean-
no one's going to get touchy about people disliking things.
Now, I
Never.
is that a comment about me? What have I got touchy about?
Well, you can take it like that if you want. If you're going to get touchy about it, then it becomes self-fulfilling. Yes.
Oh my God. You just think you're so clever, don't you? Here's, but
Okay,
now,
let him finish.
but now comes to I haven't played much multiplayer, and I'm well up for some multiplayer now. I've only borrowed it, but yeah, let's do some of that. But so there's the gameplay, controls, mechanics, whatever you want to label it, out of the way.
Yeah.
Those characters are the dumbest one-dimensionalist. They're all the fucking same. I think the armor looks wank. I don't know why they've got a couple of Tefal fucking frying pans to protect their tits.
Well, to protect their tits.
Fucking Marcus and his dad, I don't give a fuck. Ooh, Dad! Bit late to try and inject some emotion into that character, isn't it? Cliffy B, if that is your real name.
I agree.
I don't give a fuck about and when it almost annoys me because it's not. Okay, it did actually make me laugh because some of the dialogue was so bad. But it my God.
Well, I treat it as intentionally, and I'm sure maybe it is now, but it wasn't to begin with. Intentionally cheesy.
Yeah, so
invoking
like
all the cliches of 80s action films that you could. That's how I take it, and it goes down okay. But I fully agree with what you're saying. The characterization is fucking pointless rubbish.
Yeah.
There is no like the attempts that I've seen at the start of. I've done the first couple of acts. The attempts that I've seen at the start of the campaign and the third game to inject a little bit of like humanity and emotion in it, clumsy and awkward.
Yeah.
But laugh at them and then move on to the next great set piece.
Coltrane will probably be one of my all-time favourite characters.
I like Ben.
Game
He's wisecracking.
When my teammates get down in Gears, I don't care.
You really? Why?
Now you mentioned Star
What
Fox.
if it was me?
Yeah, but you've got you're three-dimensional character.
But you would care, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you're a three-dimensional character.
Oh, I thought you meant your teammates in multiplayer. You meant like...
No, I'm still talking about single player. I'm still talking about
Don't mention
Dom.
anyone that dies. I haven't seen.
I don't know, dude. I've played like the first hour.
Alright, cool.
No one's gonna die.
And I think I mean well, obviously it's a problem with me, but I struggle with alien races in games these days. I think they all look a bit naff.
Yeah.
But it's I think I'm just being too. I think my standards are just too high.
I think some of the Locust enemies are really fucking cool looking. Like,
Don't get me wrong. The whole yellow shit.
You
haven't played single player at all yet.
I've only done a bit of horde mode, a bit of competitive multiplayer, and like the first half an hour of single player.
Let me tell you the aliens I do like. Although the universe and the background is shite. Not that it matters. Halo universe.
No,
is
they're
gay,
the worst
but the Halo
aliens.
are good.
No, they're the worst, man.
Nah, you're wrong.
Those fucking little fat ones that run around.
They've got character. They've all got character. They've all got memorable character.
I was just about to list Halo as one of the worst.
Are you
Dead
serious?
Space, one of the best of contemporary games. Halo aliens
They're
can
not-
suck my
Even
fucking
then,
No,
Dead Space
because-
still reminds me a lot of The Thing. You know, in terms of the whole.
I'd say it's fairly generic horror. It's not aliens really, are they? They're not really aliens. It's like a horror.
All right. Okay, they're not technically aliens.
Technically
Nerdlinger.
aliens. Technically, what do you...
They're not aliens then. Fine, you're right. They're not aliens.
Nerd... Oh, God, I want to fuck you up so much with everything you've said in the last 2 hours.
Don't take it personally, man.
Calm down, nerd.
Yeah, they're not aliens. All right, I retracted that. Jesus
Good.
Christ Almighty.
Quite guards.
Quite gas. Two A's.
Forget about the fully confirmed that right there, haven't they? Quite guards.
Double A. Quite gas.
Yeah. Anyway, good aliens.
Good
Bad
aliens.
aliens.
Good aliens, bad aliens. They'll wind up the same colour in the end.
Well, they end up fucking green on the floor, don't they?
I will play multiplayer with you guys because I have no doubt
If
that
Horde mode
it will be an enjoyable romp.
It would be a lot of fun.
I know
If
it's
we-
4-player co-op as well.
If
on
we
the
have, if there's a
campaign.
space.
Yeah,
If
let's
there's
not do that.
No,
No, that'd be fun.
no, that'd be fun, man.
It would be fun.
Right, I'm the sexy woman then.
Depends
Always are.
what part of the game.
Stroud.
Depends what part of the game.
Even
you're on.
when we're not playing
She's
games.
not the sexy woman. The sexy woman's the other one.
What, Marcus?
No, the other woman.
Coltrane.
What, Dom?
No, the other woman.
Ready to climb aboard the Coltrane!
How difficult is you guys, for each of you, to understand when I'm saying woman and you're naming like gigantic men? Maybe thinking,
I completely get that you play meatheads in that game and they act as such. But it seems to me that it's kind of made for those kind of people as well. It's the third-person shooter for Joe Evo.
You see, I
COD
thought
is
that as well.
The shooter, they wouldn't go to third person.
I thought that as well.
So
I
third
stayed away
person.
from Gears for a really long time. It was only maybe like a month or two before Gears 2 came out that I actually played the first one. And it was the multiplayer that started me. Like the single player, I thought
Take it or leave it, can't
it's good. I mean, the second one definitely had much better set pieces.
Play it with someone else as well.
And but the multiplayer, it's just so well balanced, and it's the emphasis on teamwork.
Yep.
You don't get that in many games.
We'll get down with multiplayer.
Because people always complain.
We'll get down.
I shoot this person like 10 times and he doesn't die. Well, okay, that's how the game works. Accept that and move on. If you want that,
Who says that?
People say that.
Yeah, exactly like that as well.
But that's part of the basis of why it's a team-based game, because you take someone down. If there's two of you and you're okay, a person who's awesome, you should still be fucking nailing them.
Yeah.
Whereas in COD, I always think that person will kill you both. In a game that's more realistic, which it isn't. Oh god. But where you need less shots to kill someone.
Yeah.
You can get people.
I feel like I've insulted your family a little bit.
Am I coming across defensive for Gears here?
A little bit. I'd say defensive.
I
wouldn't say. I'd say
you've
taken it really personally.
I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to explain why I think it's good. And if I've come across
No, Stuart.
It's one of the. I think Stuart's because it's one of the few games you generally fucking love and look forward to. And there's not many video game franchises that you have.
If Dick Deering was here, though, he wouldn't even. He would just be calling me a dickhead.
He would be fighting you right now. There would just be audio of your face getting smashed in.
What?
By
Sorry,
some kind of northern.
Let me just. Whoa! Can I just go on record? I could snap Deering in half.
Yeah, but he would get his range on.
Huh?
I think
he's northern, so
any northerner, man, woman, child would fucking take you to the cleaners, son.
Why?
Because look at you.
I'm mainly Irish. I've got the brawler in me.
Yeah, you're mainly Irish, and the rest of it's long hair. You're not gonna you're not gonna win a fight against a toughened up northern
scallywag.
No, but we're talking about Deering.
Anyone from the north has that fucking
No, they don't. This is like Kye's all fat people are good at fighting.
No, if you're born in the north.
Not all fat people, just big fat people. You have to be tall and fat.
Stuart, iron brew isn't made out of iron, and it doesn't make your bones
it's not
metal.
It's not made out of pure iron, but it's made out of girders, which is mainly iron.
That's why they're orange.
And when you're born in the north, I can attest this because I was born there. You're not allowed in the house for 2.5 years.
It's like Sparta.
Well, yeah, it is like that, but it's a healthy and the ill. So you're not allowed in.
So you're like that kind of deformed thing from 300.
No, it happens to everyone. Deformed.
That was cast away, and you were supposed to have got killed, but you kind of limped on and.
Yeah.
You were wrong, Leonidas. You were wrong.
They should have listened to him.
They should have listened to him,
damn Leonidas.
That guy was a freak.
Yeah, he was. Did you see that guy?
Would you want to hang around with him?
No, but I'd say...
Honestly, having a look at that.
I'd say, right, we're near our enemies. They're just over the hill.
Yeah.
Here's someone who, arguably, they're getting to do like a shit job, like looking after like the pack.
Yeah, make him the fucking T-boy.
Or I can, embarrass him, send him off, and just basically deliver him to my enemy with details of my defensive position.
He didn't embarrass him. Leonidas was quite objective about it. It's kind of the most human you see him in that film.
Go ahead, fuck off, dickhead.
No, he's like I'm really sorry, but you can't you will get us all killed, prick. I did, and he did.
Yeah, but he didn't have to start. He could have held spare spears or some shit, or like extra thongs in case they wore them out.
I forget his name, but it was like, "Oi, freak boy, T, T."
Yeah.
So Gears, yes. Let's get on that.
Gears, very very good, but not for everybody. There we go.
All I'm saying is, it's not the game that I'll throw on to play single player. Single player is a very important part of games for me. I know a lot of gamers exclusively play multiplayer. And vice versa. I'm just saying, single player's not for me.
Yeah.
Let's get on the multiplayer, big time.
Yeah,
I will be very bad. Or I do like, even though, like I said, I find it a bit sluggish, and I get annoyed that sometimes I cover when I don't want to. I do like the charge cam. It's cool. It's cool.
Good shot, man. If you come on our team, then
I'll let you all down massively. But thanks for the invite. Oh, go on. No, you're used to that, are you? Fuck off. Yeah, I bought Star Fox 64 3D for the 3DS.
Good purchase. I'd recommend that.
It's one of my top 10 games of all time. The controls are gash. It's tough to aim at anything accurately in 3D.
Interesting, because you're precise aiming through tilt, aren't you?
No, I don't use gyro controls.
Okay, is that how it's default set up though?
No.
How can they fuck up the controls? It was on fucking N64.
It's just the fact that
on the shittest control
I think it's just a okay.
Groundbreaking groundbreaking.
First analog stick. Don't fucking say that. Don't fucking sit there and say you love Gears and then call that.
Look, I love my N64, but when you go back to that
Doesn't sound like
control
it,
pad,
mate.
it's a fucking monstrosity, man.
No,
It's like when we played GoldenEye, that was
monstrosity.
Yeah,
Mr. Monstrosity.
All you're thinking of is when I creamed you at GoldenEye. So you've linked that bad experience to the controller.
Are you playing it on
Misdirected anger.
Maybe that could be it.
It's just tough to aim when you've got the 3D mode on because your eyes are dying all over the screen and
hurting?
it's I don't know. It just again, like when I bought Ocarina 3D, it again reminded me of this thought. Wow, this is great. I would have preferred a sequel, at least.
Well, there's a penchant now, isn't there, for re-releasing old games on various systems, and often they're done half-assed and just pushed out, like certain games released in the last week or so. I thought Star Fox was supposed to be an example of how it's done correctly. I've not played it, but that's how I've read it.
And you've been exposed to.
Don't get me wrong. Maybe I think I was bigging it up a little bit too much for myself. It's great. I mean, it's still the game you love. Is it a game for people who loved it before, or is it a game?
Yeah,
for...
I haven't played it.
I think it is for the people who've played it before.
Because I played
the whole lack of achievement trophy system on Nintendo consoles though is doing my head in more than ever. Because in Star Fox, every level has a kill count. If you hit that kill count, you get a medal. No one knows about this medal. I want to broadcast this to the world. I'm not going to tweet it or Facebook it. That would be super lame. But if you can automatically tell the world.
Although your Facebook has been inundated by.
Yeah, I've got to turn that off. No, because
days.
I'm a new member of PlayStation Plus. It now auto-syncs trophies. I have to turn that off.
It's a big geekish.
That is, but I mean, so it is very good. The re-recorded voice dialogue from the original actors is a nice touch.
That is nice.
But I fired it up, and it's just a great example of how annoying modern games are. I fired it up, forced me to do the training. It's like, fuck off, I know how to play A, this game, and B, all games. If I want to go in the tutorial mode, I will go into the tutorial mode. Don't force me to do training. I had to do it. Oh my god.
That's a very good point you made about the achievements and trophies there. That they can't go away now. They are intrinsic.
They both kind of revolutionised and ruined games at the same time.
Say both. Do you actually mean just achievements did?
No, achievements and trophies. They've revolutionised and ruined gaming.
Surely one did something.
Don't be facetious.
And the other one just...
Why being facetious?
Just copied it.
Yeah, well at least they did that.
What can we do? Let's make like trophies, different colours.
Yeah, but
Short achievements came along first,
now,
but I prefer trophies. I like getting a silver. I'm like, oh, silver.
Yeah.
But actually, it's the same feeling. It's like, oh, 50G. Anyway, but at least Sony copied them. Nintendo should copy them.
Yeah, no, it's true.
What would they call them, though? Badges? Stickers?
stickers.
Happy points.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
Dicks.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just I can't. I was hoping to be subjective about it. Yeah. I'm too annoyed at Nintendo at this point. But it is a well done port. What isn't a well done port is the libelously named Resident Evil 4 HD.
As I understand it, it's an up-res version with no changes to textures, models, anything. So you've got like textures which are designed to be watched no higher than like 480p.
Yeah, it's
which looked fun at the time, looked brilliant at the time, and amazing. But now are displayed for all that ugly clarity.
It's one of my favourite games, like Star Fox, of all time.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah.
God, it just sounds like at this moment that I'm impossible to please. I'm really not.
Well, like 10 years ago, you loved everything. Now you're just a balled up cynic.
Just getting older. Kye keeps referring to me being like Stan in that episode of South Park. It's worried me.
Everything's shit, mate.
Anyway,
well, that's the end of the.
It's unbelievable though. I mean, if they just said, "Hey, Resident Evil 4 is now available as a digital download," it's like, well, cool. Yeah, but the fact they've called it HD, so it's not a complete overhaul. For complete overhaul, see Perfect Dark, see God of War Collection. They're both great. Resident Evil 4, I fired it up. That text popped up, all big, all shit. They haven't done a thing to it.
It's the price point, though, isn't it? They can put it. They can sell it at a high price to repeat it.
I'll buy it at a high price.
I always thought that character had something to do when I was playing it through. I was like, he's going to come into the game at some point. He's going to be an interesting character. No,
it wouldn't have made any sense. But I was so disappointed when he wasn't in Resident Evil 5. We're talking about the merchant, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was in Resident Evil 5? Wasn't it
There wasn't a motion, was there?
No,
It was a buy-sell mode.
No, it was just a weird. Yeah, but it was just in your inventory. It's like buy, sell, shit.
Just
Like
shit
to no
turning
one.
up.
It was rubbish.
So there wasn't like a
fuck
strange
that.
pirate hooker.
No, it
man.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't
Pirate
an
hooker
African merchant.
Steven Merchant.
Yeah.
Good game that.
But you can't change the controls in Resident Evil 4. So after playing Uncharted and Gears in the last couple of days, I couldn't play Resident Evil 4 because I'm moving the right analog stick and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, sure.
Oh god.
I mean, you'd rather.
It's
It's like a treasured memory. Say you remember. You say you remember that girl as being very attractive.
Yeah.
You know, and you've replayed that memory a few times by yourself. It's a good memory.
what you mean you've jerked off to a memory of a primary school
And
friend.
then
Always good for the
you
slideshow.
go back and you see that primary school friend, and
Yeah. I actually have that exact
she's all
situation.
fat and hairy.
Except for the jerking bit.
Yeah.
I actually have that exact situation with a primary school girl that I used to go to primary school with, and she's a girl. So my recommendation my recommendation to you guys out there is to not invest in Resident Evil 4 HD. Obviously, it's still the great game that it always was.
But you already own it though. You've got it on your PS2.
Exactly.
Or your
Wii.
game.
And you may as well fire it up
Wii,
on that because it looks exactly the same now.
Has it even got all of the? Is it the? Is it?
It must be the.
There seems to be confusion online. I've heard it's the PC one. I've heard it's the PS2 one. I've heard it's the GameCube one.
It's not the GameCube one.
It's got to be the Wii one
got the
or the
Ada.
PS2 one.
It's got the Ada different routes or alternate routes.
It's got Operation Ada in it. I know for a fact, and that was in the GameCube version. That's all I know.
What about Mercenaries
or
mode?
something
Was
like
that
it's got Mercenaries.
PS2?
Yeah.
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries
The hand cannon though. There was
a lightning gun type thing that was in the PS2 version.
No, it's not going to be the PC version. The PC version is just a shit port of the PS2 version. It'll be the PS2 version, but a done nothing port. So not even the front end. They haven't even
No, the text is all big and ugly.
Is it move compatible?
No. This is the thing.
It's not the Wii version.
They haven't touched it.
Otherwise, would have made it move compatible.
They've just made it run, I think, and then gone, bam, that's HD, 20 quid.
Yeah, it's like, let's make it look not shit on current TVs and then ship it out. It's such a shame. Such a shame because
Capcom have been fucking doing liberties recently, man. Some of their fucking decisions to their franchise.
Well,
they always like to make money, though, haven't they? I mean, they
I know,
they
but
release a lot of games.
It's
a lot of iterative games.
I know, but they've been making poor decisions recently. You know what I'm saying? That's just putting me off giving them my money.
There's trophies. There are trophies.
Yep.
/ achievements. No platinum though.
Why?
What?
Someone said to me today, yeah, it's a digital title. But it's a full game. There should be a platinum. There's like.
Are you gonna be able to buy it in the shop?
No, digital only.
If you go to Gears of War leaderboards, scroll down to Horde, scroll left, you can see the maps, which are going to be the next DLC. I don't know why, but they appear.
Easter egg. That's nice.
We can't actually sue them, but you can see their names listed.
All right.
It's just like a bit retarded. It's a bit. Someone's fucked up.
Or was it a deliberate like little tease?
Maybe because
Yeah, it could be, 'cause they do a lot of fan service,
Blood
so-
Drive was on there.
Yeah.
It was Blood Drive and two others that I haven't heard of.
Interesting.
But basically, I don't see myself playing any more Resident Evil 4. I looked at the achievement list. They're just story ones. There wasn't one like shoot every chicken that you see in the game.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Or like knife every cow that you see.
Yeah. Is there any cows?
Yeah, there's cows.
Yeah,
and you
there's
can
cows.
knife them.
Is there?
Yeah. Un forastero!
Is it in legit Spanish all the way through?
Yeah. They say things like.
And he
they say
translates.
fucked up things.
They
like-
go. Muerde, 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 muerde.
Yeah, that's just death.
Murder or something.
Death and murder. Yeah, die.
So Resident Evil 4 HD.
No point buying it. That's the bottom line.
James McNerney said, "What does that HD stand for? Half done."
That's the we've come to know.
I'm surprised at him and impressed. So well done.
I might as well call this the negative podcast because we touched on Deus Ex earlier on, but another disappointment.
I found it underwhelming so far. I've only played maybe 4 or 5 hours, but it hasn't grabbed me at all.
A lot of people have been loving it. I think it
everyone
does
has
seem
been.
to depend on people if people have been gunning or stealth.
I'm doing it stealth.
I'm trying to stealth it, but every time I try and stealth someone, they notice me, and I have to get my gun out.
Mark Dullabore, it's his fault.
Lovely stuff.
It's his fault. He said it was amazing, and so I just bought it.
Yeah, Lanky said it was tough.
I only paid £25 for it, but I'm still a bit. I don't know.
I'm missing the lightning sword thingy that was in the first one.
It's just not doing anything for me.
It's just a little bit average, isn't
It
it?
feels like it takes itself all too fucking serious. The guy's like, "Hey, what's this? It's my balls." And he's angry, he's sad.
Are those augmented balls?
They probably are, man. Not really.
Yeah.
Like never run out.
I like the look of the game in that I like the golden and black graphics. I actually think it looks a little bit disappointing. It didn't blow me away
the actual
visually.
game world looks a bit dated, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I do. There's a lot of. Well, I say a lot. There was a couple of RoboCop references which I liked.
It's pretty nice.
In there, like the whole, the way he gets taken out. And also, there's one NPC in the game.
Give the guy a hand.
The way he gets taken out? What, in a fucking warehouse?
No, it's the whole thing of getting taken out and then getting taken to a lab and fixed up.
So he becomes a cyborg.
I got a problem.
And it's set in Detroit as well.
Because
it's set in Detroit.
Wait,
and fair enough, but that's not a reference to.
But no, but there's one.
RoboCop.
Let me fucking say no. There's one NPC in the game who says to you, "What are you, some kind of robotic cop?"
You go, yeah.
I got a problem.
A RoboCop.
Oh, dickhead.
I don't like augmented balls, and augmented balls don't like me. I don't. RoboCop. Go watch RoboCop again.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, watch it. We can do it now if you. So that's episode 17. We hate everything that's given to us, and we're ungrateful.
I've been in a bad mood all day, so we'll put it down.
Everyone buy Dead Island.
Oh yeah, played that as well.
Really, we've criticised a whole bunch of good games here.
Dead Island. I just want to say this: Dead Island. It's zombie RPG first person with spanners.
I had Dead Island on my love film on top wanting, please. Top wanting.
Yeah. Top wanting now.
And I had BioShock 2 on.
Oh God! I told you to get rid of that ages ago.
And they've fucking gone and sent me it, ain't they? They've only gone and sent me that shit.
Gone and done it, ain't they?
They've fucking sent that. Am I supposed to send it back?
Well, who do you voodoo, bitch? You better just send it back.
Ooh, that's a tune.
You love Dead Island because you're a zombie fan.
I'm a zombie fan, and I'm a fan of games that have weapon
Zombies,
drops, and a game that have hit points and experience points.
You like loot? You like a loot-heavy RPGs?
Basically, it's. If you played Borderlands, if you like Borderlands and you like Left 4 Dead, fucking get it.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
I am sold, man. I will be enjoying it when it arrives. But I think it looks like it's dependent on it being a multiplayer fun time.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun playing multiplayer, but that's obviously going to die down while I'm on Gears.
Are you playing that with? What are you playing?
Randoms.
Playing with Jules, Dennis.
This isn't right.
Well, you don't have the fucking game.
There's
4 characters.
You should wait. If you loved me, you'd wait.
I played it on PS3, and the PS3 version's got some graphical problems.
That's apparently
it's not the best looking game in the world, but as I said,
it looks fine.
The combat is really fun, and it's fucking brutal.
The screen tearing is what I was referring to.
That's not on the 360 version. I know the PS3 one's way more.
Also, just the engine sounds like it's not up to scratch. 10
zombies
on screen, 12 zombies on screen at one time.
It doesn't go near Left 4 Dead in terms of the amount of zombies. But the thing it does, which I like, is the fact that one zombie can be a threat, and that's for a zombie survival game, that's something that.
What one zombie is a threat for me in Left 4 Dead? Because I'm bad.
I'm bad at that.
And I scream for help without noticing that my headset's not only muted, but
you get left on top of a roller.
Because I was screaming and these guys didn't even come back.
I remember saying
because my headset was off.
Didn't you tell us?
Was I not there?
No, you couldn't. You couldn't make it
because you don't have the fucking game. You mug.
I did have it at the time.
You did.
No, you didn't have it at this time.
You didn't have it at the time.
Okay.
This was Kye.
I had it at the time.
Steve Edwards, myself, and Jamie Rathbone.
What are you doing, moonlighting, Kye? That's not your crew.
Well, maybe you should buy a game instead of renting them all. You street rat.
Left 4 Dead 2 is a game that should be in your fucking collection.
No, you're right. You are right.
Yeah, it definitely should. It definitely should. Anything else you guys want to cover?
Any other business?
I just want to show my love for Dead Island.
I watched a bit of the Republican Party conference. I think it was in Tampa last week. There's some interesting views expressed there. You should maybe look at it. Anyone who's interested?
Just some out for us
crazy
here.
People in there.
Just some out for us here.
Just
Kye's giving me the old wrap it up sign.
Just crazy Hicks, and then getting cheered, and someone going.
Bill Hicks was there.
Yeah, he was there. He was quite stiff. It wasn't a natural performance.
Embalmed. He bombed. He
embalmed.
embalmed. Okay, well, anyway, on that note, I'd just like to say thanks for listening. For, as we all know, that's the only quote. I only had that quote at the start. Should have got some more. Like us on Facebook. Tweet us at Twitter. readygamefire at both. Email us at contact@readygamefire.co.uk. Rate us on iTunes. We need more. We need more ratings.
So many ways they can be interactive.
We have more reviews and ratings on iTunes than the IGN Entertainment podcasts, though, so that is good.
That's pretty impressive.
That is good, but we need more. Don't get complacent. If you got iTunes, especially if you got it on your phone, fire it up, give us a rating and review. So that's that. Get in touch with us if you want to be included in the show. We've also got a stack loads of codes to give away to people who do email, so there's some incentive.
Have the email to find out.
Which title is the codes for?
Oh, various things. You email me, I'll email you back, and we'll talk about what you get. Oh, while I'm on the subject of codes, buy Renegade Ops. That's all I'm going to say.
Word.
Yeah, it's really good. And we can play some 4-player co-op. Anyway, I'd like to say a big thank you from me. I'm the guy who attempts to host this shamble of a show, Chris Fox. Stuart Fenn would also like to extend his thanks.
Yeah.
As would Kye Connoly.
Hi. Yes.
I said
Thank
thanks.
you. Thank you.
So ags today.
Yeah, bye.
Fucking hell, Stuart.
So these guys say bye, and before we go, I'd just like to remind you, be in Ready Game Fire, not of Ready Game Fire.
It's a very important thing to remember.
Yes.
See you next time.